is a 2019 Indian Hindi language drama film written and directed by Ali Abbas Jafar. It is jointly produced by Atul Agnihotri, Alvira Khan Agnihotri, Bhushan Kumar, Krishna Kumar, Nikhil Namit, and Salman Khan under the banners Real Life Production, Salman Khan Films and T-Series. The film stars Salman Khan, Katrina Kaif, Sunil Grover, Disha Patani, and Jackie Shroff. Tabu makes a friendly appearance in traces India's post-independence history from the perspective of a common man and follows his life from the age of 8 to 70. Based on the 2014 film South Korean Ode to My Father, principal photography for Bharat began in April 2018. Shooting took place at such locations as Abu Dhabi, Spain, Malta, Punjab, and Delhi. Kaif joined the cast soon after Priyanka Chopra opted out of the role after filming commenced for her impending engagement to Nick Jonas. Filming concluded in March 2019. The film's score was composed by Julius Peckham and the songs were composed by Vishal Shekhar with lyrics written by Irshad Kamil and released under the banner of the series. Bharat was theatrically released in India on 5th June 2019 on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. It received mixed reviews from critics. The film earned Rs 42.30 crore on its first day, becoming Khan's biggest opening day release. It emerged as a commercial success with a worldwide gross of Rs 325.58 crore, $46 million. In Delhi 2010, Bharat, a shopkeeper, refuses to part with his store despite lucrative offers. On the occasion of his 70th birthday, he tells his granddaughter the story of his life at Attari, which he visits every birthday. During the partitions of India in 1947, Gautam Kumar, his wife Janaki, daughters Mehak and Gudia, and sons Bharat and Chote board a train to India along with many refugees to save themselves from the terrible riots in the present-day Pakistan. The 7-year-old Bharat loses the toddler Gudia in the chaos. Gautam stays behind to search for Gudia and tells Bharat to take Janaki, Mehak and Chote to his sister's imported goods store. Gautam has Bharat promise him that the latter would always keep the family together. As a child, Bharat takes all sorts of odd jobs to support his family. In 1964, as a preteen, he joins the Great Russian Circus with his best friend, Vilayati Khan, after meeting Radha, who works in a roadside circus and falls in love with her. And spends a number of years there and attains fame. He decides to leave the circus when Chote hurts himself in an accident while trying to emulate him and bids a tearful goodbye with Radha. Nehru dies later and the country is devastated. Bharat and Vilayati try to look for various jobs. In the mid 1970s, Bharat and Vilayati joined the Indian migration promoted by the discovery of oil in Saudi Arabia to earn enough money for Mehak's marriage. Here, he falls in love with his chief engineer Kumud Rana and survives a mining accident. Kumud confesses her love for him, but he tells Kumud he can't marry her as he is afraid such a commitment will come in the way of fulfilling Gautam's promise. Back home in India, Kumud arrives during Mehak's wedding to announce her love for Bharat and starts a live-in relationship, albeit with Janki's approval, and trains to become a station master. Bharat's aunt, Jamuna, dies in 1983 and he is accepted for the job of station master during the 1983 Cricket World Cup finals. His uncle, Himmat Rai Kapoor, in need for money, plans to sell the store, a decision Bharat disagrees with. He rejects his railway job and leaves India again with Vilayati as sailor for a period of 8 months and earns enough money to buy the store, during which time Vilayati also marries Susan, a foreigner, in the 1990s. After the economic liberalization in India and globalization, Kumud becomes the creative director of then newly formed channel GTV and runs a program in which relatives separated during the partition are reunited. Bharat is featured in hopes of finding his long lost sister Gudiya and Gautam, a woman from London, Meher, who was adopted as a child by a British family during the partition, comes on the program. Bharat converses with her and realizes that she is indeed Gudiya. An emotional reunion ensues and Meher travels to India to see them. Janki passes away soon after. Bharat hopes to also find Gautam through the show but is unsuccessful. Back in 2010, an elderly Bharat finally decides to sell his aunt's imported goods store, which up to this point he stubbornly refused to do despite the store's losses before letting go on the train. Gautam had promised that he would come reunite with the rest of the family at the store, thus explaining why Bharat bought and held onto the store for so long. Bharat wistfully realizes that Gautam is probably too old now to still be alive. Bharat has a vision of Gautam who assures him that he indeed kept his promise of keeping the family together. He tells Bharat that it is time to let him go and move on. Bharat breaks into tears and leaves the store. He marries Kumud, finally deciding to move on with his life. Bharat is based on the South Korean film Odu to My Father 2014, which traces the history of South Korea parallel to a man's life, spanning from the 1950s to the 2010s. Bharat began principal photography in mid-April 2018 and was shot in Abu Dhabi, Spain, Malta, Punjab, Delhi, and elsewhere. Priyanka Chopra, who was cast as one of the leading ladies, opted out of the film days before filming her scenes. Nikhil Namit, CEO of Real Life Productions, said that Priyanka quit due to her engagement to Nick Jonas. She was replaced by Katrina Kaif. Kaif shared the news on her Instagram account that filming was wrapped up on 5 March 2019. The climax was shot in Film City. The songs featured in the film were composed by Vishal Shekhar with lyrics written by Irshad Kamil. Jafar wrote and composed the song Jidda with Julius Pacquiao. It is released under the banner T-Series. Devarshi Ghosh of Scroll.in positively summarized the soundtrack review as near perfect. First Post praised the song Chashni as soul-stingingly beautiful. Salman Khan posted a glimpse of Katrina Kaif and himself from the film on his Instagram account on 25 August 2018. Salman Khan released Bharat's first look poster on 15 April 2019 through Twitter. On 17 April, a poster showcasing Kaif's character was released. The film's official trailer was released on 22 April 2019. Bharat was released on 5 June 2019 on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr worldwide on 6,000 screens, including 4,700 screens in India. The film was made available for video on demand on Prime Video in August 2019. On review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds a rating of 29% based on 17 reviews with an average rating of 5.25 out of 10. Bharat received mixed reviews from critics on release. Renuka Vyavhare of the Times of India gave the film 3.5 stars out of 5, calling it an exhausting, scattered watch despite the entertainment, humor and nobility it propagates. She concluded, Bharat is well-intentioned, entertaining and doesn't succumb to the trappings of commercial potboilers. Priyanka Sinha Jha of CNN News 18 praising Khan for his performance, rates the film with 3 stars out of 5 and feels that the script is a bit lengthy and required sharper editing. In the end, she says, for all its varieties, Bharat falls short of becoming a tour de force, but it could turn into a crowd puller. Trade analyst and critic Taran Others concurs with Jha on script trimming and gives 4 stars out of 5, declaring it smash hit. He praises Ali for direction, Kaif and Khan for performance. He feels that the film is an emotional journey that wins the viewers over. Manjusha Radhakrishnan of the Gulf News also says that it would have benefited from trimming, so finds the film dull, that is likely to test patience of audience, and she gives it 2 stars out of 5. Ananya Bhattacharya, writing for India Today, praised acting of Kaif and Khan but feels that the main attraction is Sunil Grover. She also rates it with 3 stars out of 5 and concludes that Salman has given his fans an out and out entertainer. Rajiv Masan, writing for CNN News 18, finds the film unmistakably boring and excruciatingly long. He rates the film with 2 stars out of 5. Anna M. Vatikar of First Post finds the film laden with weak humor and lackluster songs. Rating it with 2 stars out of 5, Vatikar concludes, far from being a Forrest Gump with Salman Khan, Bharat is mostly a plodding trek through post 1947 to contemporary India. Jyoti Sharma Bawa of the Hindustan Times finds it an emotional Eid winner and rates it with 3 stars out of 5. Shubhra Gupta of the Indian Express gave 2.5 stars out of 5 and opines, the good thing about the film, despite its eye-roll moments, is its attempt to create an ordinary man without any particular skills. Bharat's opening day domestic collection was Rs 42.30 crore. This is the highest opening day collection for Salman Khan. On the second day, its screenings dipped in multiplexes yet remained strong in single screen theaters and earned 31 crore, raising the total Rs 73.30 crore as of the 25th September 2019 with a gross of Rs 251.27 crore in India and 74.31 crore overseas. The film has a worldwide gross collection of Rs 325.58 crore. As of September 2019, Bharat is the 4th highest grossing Bollywood film of 2019 based on domestic net collection. The film is among top 20 in the list of Hindi films with highest domestic net collection. Ode to My Father, Korean, is a 2014 South Korean family drama film directed by Yeon Ji-kyun, starring Hong Joon-min and Yoon Jin-kim. It depicts modern Korean history from the 1950s to the present day through the life of an ordinary man as he experiences events such as the Hangama evacuation of 1950 during the Korean War. The government's decision to dispatch nurses and miners to West Germany in the 1960s and the Vietnam War. It is currently the fourth highest grossing film in the history of Korean cinema, with 14.2 million tickets sold. During the Hangama evacuation of 1950 in the Korean War, when thousands of refugees in what would become North Korea were transported south by US Navy boats, a child, Deok-soo, loses his sister, Mak-soon. Deok-soo's father stays behind to search for her, telling his son to take the boy's mother and two younger siblings to the port city of Busan, where Deok-soo's aunt runs an imported goods store. Before leaving the family, the father makes Deok-soo promise to be head of the household in his place. Deok-soo becomes his family's breadwinner from an early age, doing all sorts of odd jobs to support the family. In the 1960s, financial need forces him to travel to Europe with his best friend Dal-go, where they find dangerous work as gastarbeiter guest workers in German coal mines to pay for his brother's tuition at Seoul National University. There, Deok-soo falls in love with a fellow migrant worker, Nurse Yong-ja. Deok-soo survives a mining accident and leaves Germany after his visa expires. Yong-ja returns to Korea months later and tells him she is pregnant with his child. They have a modest wedding, begin a life together, and eventually have two sons. A few years pass and Deok-soo's aunt dies. Deok-soo's now elderly uncle is in need of money and decides to sell the imported goods store, a move Deok-soo disagrees with. Deok-soo leaves Korea again in the 1970s for war-torn Vietnam. Partly to fulfill his sister's wish for a big wedding by earning enough money to purchase the imported goods store from his uncle. He returns to Korea with a lame leg, the result of getting shot while helping villagers escape from the Viet Cong. Deok-soo runs the store with his wife, and life goes on until 1983, when major broadcast stations in South Korea run TV programs in which relatives separated during the Korean War are reunited. Deok-soo is contacted to be featured in one of these shows due to the hope of an elderly man from his hometown who claims to be his father on TV. The two realize they are not father and son. Deok-soo's family is distraught over the mistake. But soon afterward, the same program brings Duke's so back to TV in the hope of finding his long lost sister. Mak Soon, a Korean American woman who was adopted as a child by an American family during the Korean War, is featured. Deokso converses with her and realizes she is indeed Mak Soon. An emotional reunion ensues and his sister comes to Korea. Deokso's mother passes away soon after the reunion. In the present day, an elderly Deokso finally decides to sell his aunt's imported goods store, which up to this point he stubbornly refused to do despite the store's losing money. It is revealed that Deokso's father had promised to reunite with the family at the store, thus explaining why Deokso bought and held on the store for so long. In the final scene, Deokso wistfully tells his wife that his father is probably too old at this point to be still alive and reunite with him. Ode to My Father was primarily shot in Busan, director Yoon Jae-kyun's hometown, where he also shot his previous films Miracle on First Street 2007 and Hwandai 2009. It was filmed from September 3 to December 25, 2013, notably at the titular Gokje Market, the biggest open-air street market in Busan that began in the 1950s as a series of stalls set up by wartime refugees seeking to earn a major living. Overseas locations included the Czech Republic and Thailand, standing in for Germany and Vietnam respectively. The film's popularity later boosted tourism in Busan, with tours offered of the locations featured in the film, such as Gokje Market, Jalagalchi Market, Nampodong, and Chongangdong. With 14 billion budget, Ode to My Father was the first Korean blockbuster that enforced a standard labor contract with the crew, which stated that they could not work for more than 12 hours a day and were given overtime pay and a full day off once a week. The cultural, arts, and entertainment fields in Korea have typically ignored labor laws and regulation, where deeply rooted tradition causes young staff members to be overworked yet rarely paid. After a long campaign by film professionals, the first Korean film to be made with a standard labor contract was Venus Talk in 2013, but Ode to My Father went further by enforcing the contract from the pre-production stage and ensuring that bonuses will be distributed equally to the entire crew. Director Yon said production costs rose by 300 million because of the contract, but that people worked harder and more willingly, which ended up elevating the quality of the work. The film was released in South Korea on December 17, 2014. It topped the box office, drawing 1.5 million viewers in the first 5 days with a gross of 1.5 billion. The film remained number 1 for 5 consecutive weeks despite facing competition from numerous new releases. By January 13, 2015, it recorded 10 crore ticket sales, making it the 11th domestic film and 14th overall to reach 10 million admissions in the country's history. In its 8th week of release, Ode to My Father became the second highest grossing film of all time in the history of South Korean cinema, with 14.2 million admissions. As of March 1, 2015, the film has grossed $105 million in South Korea. For its North American run, the film premiered in Los Angeles on December 31, 2014, where it drew over 6,000 viewers after 4 days of release, mostly first-generation Korean American immigrants in their 50s and older. Beginning January 9, 2015, it expanded to 43 US and Canadian sites such as New York City, Chicago, Washington DC, Boston, Seattle, Toronto, and Vancouver. It was also screened in the Panorama section of the 65th Berlin International Film Festival in February 2015, and among the audience were 20 ethnic Korean first-generation immigrants whose experiences were portrayed in the film. The film drew mixed reviews and raised controversy over its alleged attempt to idealize the past under the rule of authoritarian regimes. This began when President Park Geun-hye stressed the need of patriotism by citing a scene in the film in which the husband and wife suddenly halt an argument and pay a hand salute to the national flag when they hear the national anthem playing. Several film and culture critics lambasted it as a conservative or right-wing film that glorified industrialization, though liberal opposition lawmaker Moon Jae-in disagreed, saying that was the reality of that time period. Critic Hu Ji-won said that it emphasizes the sacrifices of seniors while their current lackadaisical attitudes should be identified as a real problem, while critic Ching Jong-non said the film amounts to a low-class tearjerker. Despite the lukewarm reception, From critics, the film continued to be popular among audiences. Critic Jeong Ji-wook said the political debate ironically aided the film's box office. It was able to top 10 million in attendance with the combination of various factors, such as being a story of a family and a father, curiosity caused by political debates, and an aggressive marketing strategy of CG entertainment. Nostalgia was also believed to be the driving force behind its commercial success, with middle-aged viewers in their 40s and older taking up 34.5% of ticket sales, despite the film's relative absence of buzz on social media. Critic Kim Hyung-seok said audiences who lived around the era in which Deok-soo lived will feel like that the movie is an ode to themselves and feel nostalgic and comfort. Director Yeon, however, said he intentionally excluded any political point of view in the film and just wanted to talk about his father and his generation who sacrificed themselves for their children and make a family movie that could be watched together by three generations. Calling the film his personal tribute to his father, he used his parents' real names Deok-soo and Yoon-ja for the lead characters. Yoon said, "My father passed away when I was in college and I didn't have a chance to say thank you. I hope the film serves as the channel for communication between the old and young generation." An Indian film adaptation, Bharat, starring Salman Khan, Katrina Kaif, and Sunil Grover, directed by Ali Abbas Jafar, was released on 5 June 2019. Abdul Rashid Salim Salman Khan, 27 December 1965, is an Indian film actor, producer, occasionally singer, and television personality in a film career spanning over 30 years. Khan has received numerous awards, including 2 National Film Awards as a film producer and 2 Filmfare Awards for acting. He has a significant following in Asia and the Indian diaspora worldwide, and is cited in the media as one of the most commercial, successful actors of both world and Indian cinema. According to the Forbes 2018 list of top paid 100 celebrity entertainers in world, Khan was the highest ranked Indian with 82nd rank with earnings of $37.7 million. He is also known as the host of the reality show Big Boss since 2010. The eldest son of screenwriter Salim Khan, Khan began his acting career with a supporting role in Bibi Ho To Aisi 1988. the eldest son of screenwriter Salim Khan, Khan began his acting career with a supporting role in Bibi Ho To Aisi 1988, followed by leading role in Maine Pyar Kiya 1989. Khan continued in Bollywood in the 1990s with role in several productions, including the romantic drama Hum Aapke Hain Kaun 1994, the action thriller Karan Arjun 1995, the comedy BB Number 1 1999, and the family drama Hum Saath Saath Hain 1999. After a brief period of decline in the 2000s, Khan achieved greater stardom in the 2009s by playing the lead role in successful action films like Wanted 2009 film, Dabangg 2010, Ready 2011, Ek the Tiger 2012, Kick 2014, Sultan 2016, and The Tiger Zinda 2017. Forbes included him in their 2015 list of top paid 100 celebrities entertainers in world. Khan tied with Amitabh Bachchan for number 71 on the list, both with earning of rupees 13.5 million dollars. In addition to his acting career, Khan is a television presenter and promotes humanitarian causes through his charity, Being Human Foundation. Khan's off-screen life is marred by controversies and legal troubles. In 2015, he was convicted of culpable homicide for a negligent driving case in which he ran over 5 people with his car, killing one, but his conviction was set aside on appeal. On 5th April 2018, Khan was convicted in a black buck poaching case and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. He is currently out on bail while an appeal is being heard. Khan is the eldest son of screenwriter Salim Khan and his first wife Sushila Charak, who later adopted the name Salman Khan. His paternal ancestors were the Alkozai Pashtuns from Afghanistan, who immigrated to Indore, Madhya Pradesh in the mid-1800s. Though Jasim Khan, in his biography of the actor, states that his ancestors belonged to the Akuzai sub-tribe of the Yusufaji Pashtuns from Malkand in the Swat Valley of Northwest Frontier Province in British India, now in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pakistan. His grandfather Abdul Rashid Khan was Deputy Inspector General of the Indore State, who was awarded the Lair Jung Award of the Holkar Times. Khan's mother is a Maharashtrian whose father Baldev Singh Charak, a Dogra Rajput, comes from Jammu Kashmir and whose mother comes from Maharashtra. He has 2 brothers, Arbaz Khan and Sohail Khan, and 2 sisters, Alvira Khan Agnihotri, who is married to actor-director Atul Agnihotri, and an adopted sister, Arpita. Salman finished his schooling at St. Stanislaus High School in Bandra, Mumbai. as did his younger brothers Arbaz and Sohail previously. He studied at the Scandia school, Gwalior for a few years along with his younger brother Arbaz. He attended St. Xavier College in Mumbai but dropped out. He appeared in Wanted, directed by choreographer turned director Prabhudeva. The film received mixed reviews. Karan Adarsh from Bollywood Hungama rated it 4 of 5 stars, noting, Wanted rides on Salman Khan's star power. He may not be the best actor in town, but in the film, like Wanted, in the role that seems like an extension of his personality, you can't think of anyone else enacting this role with flourish. Raja Sen from Rediff gave a rating of 2 out of 5 and said the writing is both amateurish and crass. While the songs are plain, hideous, Khan might be having fun, but the fact a film like Wanted underscores is how badly Bollywood needs a breadth of younger leading men, and how the existing lot needs roles that fit. He appeared in 2 other films that year. He appeared in 2 other films that year, Main or Mrs. Khanna and London Dreams. Khan's first release of 2010 was Anil Sharma's film Veer. In his next film, Dabangg, Khan played the role of a fearless cop with comic effect in the film. The film was noted by the Economic Times as being remarkable for its first commercial success, despite having an accent on inanity and complete incoherence in the terms plot and celebrity. The Times also noted industry experts attributed the popularity of the film to Khan's presence, stating that they ascribed its allure to the star charisma of Salman Khan, who has managed to carry off the over-the-top articulation of Chulbul Pandey with unbridled enthusiasm and zeal. Dabangg went on to win several awards, including the National Film Award for Best Popular Film, providing wholesome entertainment. It was later remade in Tamil and Telugu. The film was produced by his brother Arbaz Khan. It was reported by the Hindustan Times that the film opened to full houses across the country. Khan received a Star Screen Award for Best Actor and a Stardust Award for Star of the Year Male for his performance. He was also nominated for his 6th Filmfare Award for Best Actor. Anupama Chopra from NDTV wrote about his performance. It's the role of a lifetime, and Salman Khan bites into it like a starving man devours a feast. He inhabits it fully, strutting and swaggering and even spoofing himself. Khan's first release of 2011 was Ready. Ready held a record for being the second highest grossing Bollywood film of 2011. He next appeared in Bodyguard, a remake of the 2010 Malayalam film of the same name. The film was not well received by critics, though it became India's highest earning film of the year. Khan's first release of 2012 was Ek Tha Tiger, where he starred opposite Katrina Kaif and acted as an Indian spy. The film garnered positive to mixed reactions from critics, whilst opening to extremely strong box office collection. The film marks his first association with Yash Raj films. Khan releases Dabangg 2, the sequel of Dabangg, in 2012. Under the production of Arbaz Khan, Dabangg 2 eventually emerged as a huge financial success with revenues of Rs 2.5 billion, 35 million US dollar globally. After 1 year gap, Khan's first release of 2014 was Jai Ho, which he starred in opposite Daisy Shah. His second release, Kick, a remake of Telugu film, has entered the Rs 2 billion club in India on Eid. He also sang the Hangover song from the movie. Khan's first film of 2015, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, which was released on Eid, received positive reviews from critics and the public and broke several box office records upon release. The film grossing Rs 1.84 billion, 26 million US dollar. On its first week, beat the previous record of PK. This was Khan's first and the second Bollywood film after PK to enter the 300 club. The film is currently the second highest grossing Bollywood film in India and worldwide with a collection of over 6 billion. Bajrangi Bhaijaan crossed 300 crore within 20 days of its release and became the second highest grosser to date in India, while his second film, Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, a Diwali release, received mixed reviews from critics and the public and broke several box office records upon release. The film became the ninth consecutive film of Salman Khan to gross over 1 billion. The film grossed Rs 1.73 billion, 27 million US dollar on its first week. As of 25 November, the film collected Rs 2.1 billion. With this, Khan became the only actor to give 3 back-to-back movies which collected more than Rs 2 billion, 28 US million dollar net domestically. He became the only actor to collect over Rs 5 billion, 70 million US dollars domestic net in a single year in India. Khan's first film of 2016, yet again another Eid release, Sultan, directed by Ali Abbas Jafar for Yash Raj Films, received positive reviews from both critics and the public, breaking several box office records. The film opened on an average of 70% audience occupancy and grossed approximately Rs 365 million, 5.1 million US dollar on its opening day. The film also collected another 74.86 rupees, 1.0 US dollar on its first weekend. It's bringing its total first week collection to approximate of Rs 2.8 billion, 29 million US dollar. By the end of its second week, the film had grossed an estimated Rs 2.78 billion, 39 million US dollar, and later became the second film of Khan to net over 300 crores. As of 9 August, The film grossed rupees 5.83 billion, 82 million US dollar worldwide. In June 2017, Khan appeared in Tube Light, his third collaboration with Kabir Khan after Ek Tha Tiger and Bajrangi Bhaijaan. This film also starred Khan's real-life brother Sohail Khan. Despite its high expectations, the film failed to maintain a strong run at the box office. Khan's second release of 2017, Tiger Zinda Hai, a sequel to Ek Tha Tiger, grossed rupees 190 crore worldwide in its opening weekend. As of 23 January 2018, the film has grossed rupees 5.52 billion, 77 million US dollar worldwide, including 4.28 billion rupees, 60 million US dollar in India, and rupees 1.23 billion, 17 million US dollar overseas. Khan starred in Bharat, that was released on 5 June 2019, and Dabam 3, that was released on 20 December 2019. Meanwhile, Kick 2, which was scheduled to release around Christmas 2019, had been delayed. In 2011, he launched his own production company called SKBH Production, Salman Khan Being Human Production. Money generated from film productions will be donated to the Being Human organization. The first film made under the banner was The Kids Entertainer Chiller Party, which went on to win 3 national awards for Best Children's Film. Best Original Screenplay and Child Artists Award. SKBH Productions' next film will be Shikhansha Aicha Gho, a remake directed by Mahesh Manjrekar. 2014, he launched another production house called SKF Salman Khan Films. The first film released under this banner was the Canadian film Dr. Cabby. The film earned rupees $350,000 on its opening day or at the box office. The next films under this banner were Hero, in which he also sang the title song Hero by Nikhil Advani, which starred Aditya Pancholi's son Suraj Pancholi and Sunil Shetty's daughter Athia Shetty, and Bajrangi Bhaijaan by Kabir Khan, starring Khan himself with Katrina Kaif and Nawazuddin Siddiqui. In 2008, Khan hosted Das Ka Dam. The show was extremely popular and was the #1 spot in ratings in India. It garnered an average TVR of 2.81 and peak rating of 4.5, leaving behind Shah Rukh Khan's Kya Aap Panchvi Paas Se Tej Hain with an average rating of 1.37 TVR and a peak rating of 2.3, and Hrithik Roshan's Junoon Kuch Kar Dikhane Ka on NDTV Imagine with an average TVR of 0.76 and a peak rating of 1.1 according to reports. The show helped Sony TV regain its third position in the Indian television ratings. He again hosted the show in 2009 and thus won the Best Anchor Award for Das Ka Dam in 2008 and 2009. In 2010, Khan hosted Bigg Boss 4. The show was widely accepted and appreciated due to Khan's hosting and surpassed the famous hosting of Amitabh Bachchan. The grand finale episode on 8 January 2011 received a TRP of 6.7 which was the highest among the finales of other Indian reality shows such as Kaun Banega Crorepati, Rahul Duniya Le Jayega, Master Chef, and DID Little Master. Due to high TRP, Khan again hosted Big Boss 5 along with Sanjay Dutt in 2011, and because of his acceptance, he also hosted Big Boss 6 and Big Boss 7 in 2012 and 2013. In 2013, Khan hosted the Star Guild Award for the first time. Khan also hosted Big Boss 8, Big Boss 9, Big Boss 10, Big Boss 11, Big Boss 12, and Big Boss 13. Khan was associated as a brand when he had advertised for Campa Cola, Limca soft drink, Hero Honda bikes, and Double Bull shirts. Well before he entered the film industry, even after he became a superstar, he never showed interest in promoting himself as a brand. But he was signed for Thumbs Up in 2002 and continued until its contract was over. Later, Akshay Kumar replaced Khan. Later, he was the brand ambassador of the soft drink Mountain Dew, with whom he ended the contract in December 2010, and he has once again promoted Thumbs Up but ended contract soon after. He is now brand ambassador for Pepsi. He has also become the brand ambassador for travel website Yatra.com, which also made him a shareholder. He is also the face of the History Channel and the new brand ambassador for Suzuki motorcycles. Previously, he endorsed Red Tape shoes, and how he is endorsing Relaxo Hawali. Khan is also the brand ambassador of the detergent brand Wheel. He has also appeared for Chloromint, a brand of gum, with his brother Sohail Khan. The actor has also done a jewelry brand, Sangini, with Katrina Kaif, apart from innerwear brand Dixie Scott and tablet BlackBerry Playbook. Britannia's Tiger Biscuits is the latest endorsement of Salman. He is also the face of Ranbaxy's Gravital, replacing Yuvraj Singh. Apart from these brands, he also has Rotomac pen and SF Sonic batteries endorsements. Now Khan has been roped in as the brand ambassador of Dubai-based fashion label Splash, and has been also signed as the brand ambassador for Astral Poly Technique Limited, the leading manufacturers of plumbing and drainage systems in this country. Khan is also the brand ambassador of Civic Body, Bombay Municipal Corporation's BMC Drive Against Open Defecation in Mumbai, and has been also signed by the Security and Surveillance brand CP Plus as their CCTV ambassador. Khan is now the second ambassador along with Amitabh Bachchan for Imami Healthy and Tasty, Imami Best Choice and Rasoi, apart from Bake Magic. Khan has mentored a number of aspiring Bollywood actors. He has also been an inspiration for some Bollywood actors like Hrithik Roshan and Arjun Kapoor to get into perfect shape. Sawan Kumar Tak, the director of Sanam Bewafa, was helped by Khan as he worked Sawan the Love season for free. Khan has recommended composers like Himesh Reshamia and Sajid Wajid. He supported Sanjay Leela Bhansali to make Khamoshi the musical and then Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. Actor Govinda's career was rescued by Khan as he was offered a parallel role in Partner. Similarly, it was Khan who suggested Mohanesh Bahal to Suraj Bharjatya for Maine Pyar Kiya and later in Baghi A Rebel for Love. After his stint as hero failed, Bharat has also done important roles in Salman's Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, Hum Saath Saath Hain, and recently Jai Ho. Similarly, he was instrumental in getting Ravi Kishan the role in Tere Naam. Salman is now reportedly mentoring Ranjang, son of Danny Danjopha, Ali, son of Raja Murad, and Vaibhav Anand, the son of late Vijay Anand, for their Bollywood launches. Similarly, Aditya Pancholi's son Suraj Pancholi and Sunil Shetty's daughter Athiya Shetty were launched by Salman in his production Hero. He has also decided to offer Sonu Sood his role in the Hindi remake of Mahesh Manjrekar's 2010 hit Marathi movie Shikshancha Aisha Gho, since he lost many offers due to an injury that happened in the CCL while playing. Salman has decided to mentor his long-time loyal bodyguard Sheraz's son as well. Arman Kohli, who had a failed Bollywood career, played a major role with Khan is in Suraj Barjatia's Prem Ratan Dhan Payo. Khan has been involved in several charities during his career. He had started an NGO called Being Human, which sells t-shirts and other products online and in stores. A portion of the revenues go to a Rodi cause supporting the underprivileged. Being Human Foundation is a registered charitable trust set up by Khan to help the underprivileged in its early days. Khan set up and funded the foundation using his own money. The foundation has two focus areas: education and healthcare, to increase the reach and corpus of the foundation. Salman Khan has undertaken initiatives such as Being Human Art, Being Human Merchandise, and Being Human Gitanjali gold coins. In 2011, he launched his own production company called SKBS Production Salman Khan Being Human Production. Money which will be generated from film production will be donated to Being Human. The first film made under the banner was The Kids Entertainer Chiller Party, which went on to win 3 national awards for Best Children's Film, Best Original Screenplay, and Child's Artists Award. In January 2012, Khan offered to pay Rs 4,056,000 US to release about 400 prisoners from about 63 prisons in the state of Uttar Pradesh via his NGO. The prisoners had completed their terms, but due to economic reasons, they were unable to pay legal fines for their charges. In July 2015, Khan offered to donate the profits of his most successful film Bajrangi Bhaijaan among the poor farmers all over India. The film's producers Khan and Brooklyn Venkatesh both have mutually decided to donate the profits of their film to them. The film's director Kabir Khan and Salman's sister Alvira Agnihotri met Maharashtra's Revenue Minister Eknath Khadse to discuss the same. Khan met with his 11-year-old friend from Pakistan, Abdul Basit, who had severe jaundice at the time of his birth. He was diagnosed to have Crigler-Najjar syndrome and was admitted to the Apollo Hospital, Delhi. The youngster wished to meet the Bajrangi Bhaijaan star Khan. Khan resides in the Galaxy Apartments, Bandra, Mumbai. He also has a 150-acre plot in Panvel, which has 3 bungalows, a swimming pool and a gym. Khan is dedicated and renowned bodybuilder. Khan has never been married. His relationships have been of keen interest to the media and his fans. In 1999, he began dating Bollywood actress Aishwarya Rai. Their relationship was often reported in the media until the couple separated in 2001. Khan started dating actress Katrina Kaif after years of speculations. Kaif admitted in an interview in 2011 that she had been in a serious relationship with Khan for several years, but it ended in 2010. Sangeeta Vezlani and Somi Ali were also in serious relationship with Khan since 2012. Khan is in a relationship with Romanian actress Lulia Ventur. In August 2011, Khan admitted that he suffers from trigeminal neuralgia, a facial nerve disorder commonly known as the suicide disease. In an interview, he said that he has been quietly suffering from it for the past 7 years, but now the pain has become unbearable. He said that it has even affected his voice, making it much harsher. Khan identifies as both Hindu and Muslim, commenting that I am Hindu and Muslim both. I am Bharatiya and India. He explained, my father is Muslim and my mother is Hindu. In 2004, Khan was ranked as the 7th best-looking man in the world by People magazine of the USA. In 2008, his lifelike wax statue was installed in London's Madame Tussauds Museum, and so in 2012, once again another wax statue of his was installed in New York's Madame Tussauds Museum. In 2010, People magazine India declared him the sexiest man alive. In 2011, 2012 and 2013, he was declared the Times of India's most desirable man in second, first and third place respectively. In August 2013, he was declared the Times of India most desirable man in second, first and third place respectively. On August 2013, he was declared India's most searched celebrity online. Khan topped the Forbes India charts for 2014 in terms of both fame and revenues. According to the Forbes 2015 list Celebrity 100, the world's top paid entertainers 2015, Khan was the highest ranked Indian, the 71st rank with earnings of $33.5 billion. Khan was ranked 7th in Forbes' first global list of highest paid actors in the world with earnings of $33.5 million, which placed him higher than such Hollywood actors as Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. 2015, he was ranked ahead of US President Barack Obama in the first list of the most admired personalities of India. In September 2015, the International Business Times declared him the most attractive personality in India. He also became the only actor to collect over $5 billion $70 million domestic net in a single year in India. Khan was ranked the second most Googled Indian of 2015 and first among Bollywood actresses. On 24 April 2016, the Indian Olympic Association appointed the actor as the Indian Olympic contingent goodwill ambassador for the 2016 Summer Olympics. In August 2017, he was identified as the 9th highest paid paid actor in the world and the second highest paid in India after Shah Rukh Khan, according to Forbes. On 28 September 2002, On 28 September 2002, Khan was arrested for rash and negligent driving after his car ran into a bakery in Mumbai. One person who was sleeping on the pavement outside the bakery died and three others were injured in the accident. Charges of culpable homicide were laid against him, but later dropped. On 24th July 2013, he was formally charged with culpable homicide in the case, to which he pleaded not guilty. On 6 May 2015, Khan was found guilty of all charges in the case. The Bombay Session Court concluded that Khan was driving the car under the influence of alcohol, causing the death of one and serious injury to four homeless persons. Session Judge D.V. Deshpande convicted the actor for culpable homicide not amounting to murder and sentenced him to 5 years in prison. Later in the same day, Khan, being represented by senior counsel Amit Desai, was granted bail by the Bombay High Court till 8 May 2015, on which the court suspended his prison sentence until the final appeal hearing in July. His driver Ashok Singh, who had given the testimony that it was himself who was driving the car at convicted the actor for culpable homicide not amounting to murder and sentenced him to 5 years in prison. Later in the same day, Khan, being represented by senior counsel Amit Desai, was granted bail by the Bombay High Court till 8 May 2015, on which the court suspended his prison sentence until the final appeal hearing in July. His driver Ashok Singh, who had given the testimony that it was himself who was driving the car at the time of accident, was charged with perjury for misguiding the court with false testimony and was arrested. The kidnapping and eventual death of prime witness Police Constable Ravinder Patel remains a mystery, with some suspecting the involvement of organized crime. In December 2015, Khan was acquitted of all charges from this case due to lack of evidence. The Supreme Court on Tuesday, 5 July 2016, admitted a plea by the Maharashtra government that challenged the acquittal of Salman Khan in its In December 2015, Khan was acquitted of all charges from this case due to lack of evidence. The Supreme Court on Tuesday, 5 July 2016, admitted a plea by the Maharashtra government that challenged the acquittal of Salman Khan in this hit-and-run case by the Bombay High Court. The court refused to fast-track the case. His relationship with actress Aishwarya Rai was a well-published topic in the Indian media. After their breakup in March 2002, Rai accused him of harassing her. She claimed that Khan had not been able to come to terms with their breakup and was hounding her parents lodged a complaint against him. In 2005, news outlets released what was said to be an leaked copy of a mobile phone call record in 2001 by the Mumbai police. It appeared to be a call in which he threatened Rai in an effort to force her to appear at social events held by Mumbai crime figures. The call featured both of connections to organized crime and derogatory comments about other actors. However, the alleged tape was tested in the government's forensic lab in Chandigarh, which concluded that it was fake. The case involves the alleged killing of a deer when Khan and his co-stars Saif Ali Khan, Sonali Bindre, Neelam and Tabu were filming the movie Hum Saath Saath Hain in the forest near Jodhpur in 1998. In 2007, Salman spent a week in Jodhpur jail before the court granted him bail. In addition to the accusation of poaching of endangered antelopes under the Wildlife Protection Act, a case under Section 3 out of 25 and 3 out of 27 of the Arms Act was filed against Khan for alleged keeping and using firearms with an expired license. On 17 February 2006, Khan was sentenced to 1 year in prison for hunting chinkara, an endangered species. The sentence was stayed by a higher court on appeal. On 10 April 2006, Khan was handed a 5-year jail term and remanded to Jodhpur jail until 13 April, when he was granted bail. On 24 July 2012, Rajasthan High Court finalized charges against Khan and his other colleagues in the enraged black buck killing case. Paving way for the start of the trial, on 9 July 2014, the Supreme Court issued a notice to Khan on Rajasthan government plea challenging the High Court order suspending his conviction. Khan was acquitted in the black buck and chinkara poaching cases by the Rajasthan High Court on 24 July 2016. On 18 October 2016, the Rajasthan government decided to approach the Supreme Court to challenge Khan's acquittal in 2 related cases. On 18 January 2017, Khan was acquitted by a Jodhpur court in an Arms Act case linked to the killing of a black buck in Rajasthan. Khan pleaded not guilty to charges of violating the law by keeping unlicensed weapons and using them. Acquitting the actor, the court said that the prosecution failed to submit enough evidence against him. On 5 April 2018, Jodhpur court convicted Khan in the black buck poaching case and sentenced him to 5 years imprisonment. While acquitting Saif Ali Khan, Sonali Bindre, Neelam and Tabu, Khan was released on bail on 7 April 2018, pending appeal. In September 2010, Khan was reported to have claimed during an interview on a Pakistan channel that the 26/11 attacks got a lot of attention because the elite were targeted. During the interview, the actor had said it was the elite that was targeted this time, 5-star hotels and stuff. So they panicked. Then they got up and spoke about it. My question is, why not before? Attacks have happened in trains and small towns too, but no one talked about it so much. Khan also said that Pakistan was not to be blamed for it and that the Indian security force had failed. Khan's comments and drawn strong reactions from Deputy CM of Maharashtra, Chhajan Bhujbal, Shiv Sena, BJP, and other political parties. The comments were also commended by Ujjwal Nakin, special prosecutor in the 2611 trial. Khan later apologized for his comments. On 25 July 2015, Khan made a number of tweets from his Twitter account in support of the 1993 Bombay bombings, accused Yaqub Memon. Memon was scheduled to be executed, before which Khan made his tweets. Khan said that Yaqub's brother, Tiger Memon, should be hanged instead. He also asked the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, to confirm whether the mob boss is in the country. The tweets sparked protests outside his house, where police had to be deployed, and who criticized in the social media and by his father Salim Khan. Following these incidents, Khan withdrew his tweets and apologized. Khan won numerous awards, including 2 National Film Awards and 2 Filmfare Awards. Katrina Kaif, born Katrina Kaif, 16 July 1983, is an English actress who works in Hindi films. She has established herself in Bollywood and is one of India's highest paid actresses. Born in Hong Kong, Kaif and her family lived in several countries before she moved to London. She received her first modeling assignment as a teenager and later pursued a career as fashion model. At a fashion show in London, filmmaker Kajad Gustad spotted Kaif and decided to cast her in Boom 2003, a critical and commercial failure. While filming in India, Kaif received modeling assignments and established a successful modeling career. However, filmmakers were hesitant to cast her due to her poor command of Hindi. After appearing in the Telugu film Maliswari 2004, Kaif earned commercial success in Bollywood with romantic comedies Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya 2005 and Namaste London 2007. She followed with a series of box office hits but was criticized for acting repetitive roles and inclination to male-dominated films. Kaif's performance in the terrorism drama New York 2009 was better received, earning her a Filmfare Award for Best Actress nomination after starring roles in Ajab Prem Ki Gajab Kahani. Received Born in Hong Kong, Kaif and her family lived in several countries before she moved to London. She received her first modeling assignment as a teenager and later pursued a career for a fashion model. At a fashion show in London, filmmaker Kajid Gustad spotted Kaif and decided to cast her in Boom 2003, a critical and commercial failure. While filming in India, Kaif received modeling assignments and established a successful modeling career. However, filmmakers were hesitant to cast her due to her poor command of Hindi. After appearing in the Telugu film Maleshwari 2004, Kaif earned commercial success in Bollywood with the romantic comedies Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya 2005 and Namaste London 2007. She followed with a series of box office hits but was criticized for her acting, repetitive roles, and inclination to male dominated films. Kaif's performance in the terrorism drama New York 2009 was better received, earning her a Filmfare Award for Best Actress nomination after starring roles in Azab Prem Ki Gajab Kahani 2009, Rajniti 2010, and Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara 2011. She received her second Filmfare nomination for her performance in Mere Brother Ki Dulan 2011. Kaif's highest grossing film came with the action thrillers Ek Tha Tiger 2012, Dhoom 3 2013, and Bang Bang 2014, all of which rank among the highest grossing Indian films. She followed this with roles in a series of films that did not perform well commercially, with the exception of action sequel Tiger Zinda Hai 2017 and the drama Bharat 2019, but received praise for playing an alcoholic actress in the romantic drama Zero 2018, for which she received a nomination for the Filmfare Award for Best Supporting Actress. In addition to acting, Kaif is involved with her mother's charity and participates in stage shows. She is guarded about her personal life, which is subject of media scrutiny, as is her background. Katrina Kaif was born in Hong Kong with her mother's surname Torquato, also spelled Torquati, on 16 July 1983. According to the actress, her father, Muhammad Kaif, is a British businessman of Kashmiri descent, and her mother, Suzanne, also spelled Susanna, is an English lawyer and charity worker. She had 7 siblings, 3 elder sisters, Stephanie, Christine, and Natasha, 3 younger sisters, Melissa, Sonia, and Isabel, and an elder brother, Michael. Isabel Kaif is also a model and actress. Kaif's parents divorced when she was a child and her father moved to the United States. She said her father had no influence on Kaif or her siblings while they were growing up, and they were raised by their mother. On her father's absence in her life, Kaif stated, "When I see friends who have wonderful fathers who are like pillars of support of their families, I say if only I had that, but instead of complaining, I should be grateful for all of other things I have in a families. I say if only I had that, but instead of complaining, I should be grateful for all the other things I have," in a 2009 interview with the Time Indian Express. She said she was not in touch with her father. Kaif says that her mother decided to dedicate her life to social causes, which led to the family's relocation to the number of countries for varying lengths of time. Our transitions in growing up were from Hong Kong, where I was born, to China, then to Japan, and from Japan by boat to France. After France, Switzerland, and I am cutting out many East European countries where we were for only a few months each. Then Poland in Krakow. After that, we went to Belgium, then to Hawaii, which was a short time, and then came to London. Due to their frequent relocation, Kaif and her siblings were homeschooled by a series of tutors, although she is thought to have grown up in London. She lived there for only 3 years before moving to India. According to Kaif, she then changed her surname to her father's because she thought it would be easier to pronounce. Kaif's paternal parentage has been questioned by some members of the film industry. In a 2011 interview with Mumbai Mirror, Boom producer Ayush Shroff accused Kaif of fabricating her history. "We created an identity for her. She was the pretty young English girl, and we gave her the Kashmiri father and thought for calling her Katrina Kaif, we thought we would give her some kind of Indian ancestry to connect with the audience. But then we thought the Kazi sounded too religious." Muhammad Kaif was at the top, and so we said, "Katrina Kaif sounds really great." Kaif called Shroff's comments hurtful. At the age of 14, Kaif won a beauty contest in Hawaii and received her first modeling assignment in a jewelry campaign. She subsequently modeled professionally in London, working for freelance agencies and appearing regularly at London Fashion Show. At a fashion show, Kaif attracted the attention of London-based filmmaker Kajid Gustad. He selected her for a role in the English-Hindi erotic heist film Boom as a part of an ensemble cast that included Amitabh Bachchan, Gulshan Grover, Jackie Shroff, Madhu Sapre, and Padma Lakshmi. While filming in India, Kaif received other offers and decided to stay in the country. In 2003, she received notice as a model after waking the ramp for Rohit Bal at the India's Fashion Week and appeared in the first Kingfisher calendar. Kaif soon established a successful modeling career in India after endorsing brands such as Coca-Cola, LG, Fevicol, and Samsung. Kaif's career as a model led to anticipation surrounding her Bollywood debut. Boom 2003 had its first screening at the Cannes Film Festival and was heavily promoted at that event. Boom was a commercial and critical failure. Kaif's enactment of a supermodel ensnared in the Mumbai underworld was poorly received, with Jia Salam of The Hindu attributing the weak performances of the film's leading ladies to the vacuity of their expressions. Hindustan Times reported that after Boom's release, Kaif was written off due to her poor Hindi and thick British accent. She later dismissed the film. "I don't count Boom among important happenings in my life. When I signed this film, I didn't know much about India and its film audience." Although Kaif was offered a number of modeling assignments, filmmakers were hesitant to cast her because of her poor command of Hindi. In one instance, Mahesh Bhatt replaced her with Tara Sharma in Saya 2003 as he found her an inconsistent performer. Subsequently, Kaif began working on her diction through Hindi classes. After the failure of her first Bollywood project, Kaif appeared in the Telugu film Maleshwari 2004 with Daggubati Venkatesh. She played the title role of a princess forced to flee from her murderer's caretaker. Kaif received a reported 7.5 million rupees, 110,000 US dollars for the film, the highest salary for the South Indian film actress at the time. Despite negative reviews for her acting, Maleshwari was a profitable venture. In 2005, Kaif appeared briefly as Abhishek Bachchan's girlfriend in Ram Gopal Verma's political thriller Sarkar. She next featured alongside Salman Khan, Sushmita Sen, and Sohail Khan in Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya, a film she considered her first real step into Bollywood. Directed by David Dhawan, the film was a successful remake of the romantic comedy Cactus Flower. For her role as a suicidal model, Kaif received the Stardust Award for Breakthrough Performance Female. According to Sukanya Verma of Rediff.com, Katrina's Disney princess-like charm adds to her adorable screen presence. Kaif followed with a small part in her second Telugu film, Allari Piddugu. In 2006, she appeared with Akshay Kumar for the first of many films in Raj Kanwar's unsuccessful Humko Deewana Kar Gaye, a story of two like-minded strangers who fall in love despite being engaged to others. Sifi wrote that Kaif was possibly competent in a tailor-made role, giving a more emotional spin to a couple of senses, but was overshadowed by her supporting actresses. Kaif also appeared with Mammootty in the Malayalam crime thriller Balmaam vs. Tharadas, in which Rishi Raj Singh of The Hindu called her performance marvelous. Kaif's career prospects changed in 2007 when she appeared in 4 Bollywood hits. In an interview with the Indian Express, she called Vipul Amruthal Shah's romantic comedy Namaste London a milestone, saying that for the first time she had a dominating role. Kaif used her life in London as a reference for her role as a spoiled British Indian girl, intent on dominating role. Kaif used her life in London as a reference for her role as a spoiled British Indian girl intent on marrying herself. Centered British boyfriend despite her parents' disapproval. Although critics expressed mixed views on the film, Sukanya Verma wrote that Kaif shoots the role to the T and brings the jingy mix of her character alive with style and substance. Kaif's chemistry with co-star Akshay Kumar was particularly well received, with Nikhat Kazmi of the Times of India calling their casting refreshing. Taran others from Bollywood Hangama mentioned Katrina in a revelation. The actor surprised you with a confident performance in Humko Deewana Kar Gaye, and now in Namaste London she comes up with a spirited performance. Yet again she handles the complex part with remarkable ease. She had a supporting role as a doctor in the sports drama Apne. The film was highly anticipated as it marked the first appearance of Dharmendra with his sons Sunny Deol and Bobby Deol. After Apne, she rejoined director David Dhawan and Salman Khan for the comedy partner, a remake of Hitch, which also starred Govinda and Lara Datta, with a worldwide revenue of rupees 1.3 billion, 14 million US dollar. The film was a major financial success. Kaif's final film of the year was Anis Bazmi's comedy Welcome alongside Akshay Kumar, Nana Patekar, Malika Sherawat, and Anil Kapoor. Although the film generated mostly negative reviews, it proved to be the second highest grossing Bollywood film of 2007. The similarity of Kaif's roles was noted by Shohma Chaudhary of Tehelka, who called her unbrushed eye candy, adding that she was a pretty prop in Welcome and more of the same in Partner and Apne. In 2008, the actress had 3 releases, the first of which was Abbas Mustan's action thriller Race, a story about two stepbrothers turned rivals who are in contention for their father's insurance monkey. Kaif played Saif Ali Khan's secretary, who is his stepbrother's Akshay Khanna lover. Nikhil Kazmi was appreciative of the film, praising its super cool look and testosterone high action sequences, but found Kaif to play pale in her role. After Race, Kaif rejoined Akshay Kumar in Anis Bazmi's action comedy Singh is King. The film earned rupees 1.25 billion, 18 million US dollar worldwide, making it Kaif's 6th consecutive box office success. However, she received mixed reviews for her performance. Rajiv Masand of CNN-IBN reviewed, "Katrina Kaif is an eyesore. Her acting so weak, you want to argue her to watch everyone from Madhubala to Madhuri, so she might pick up a few tricks." Kaif's final film of the year, Subhash Ghai's drama Yuvraj, was a major box office failure. In preparation for her role as a cellist, she practiced her playing with orchestra members. Her portrayal of a girl forbidden by her father from marrying her poor lover was well received by Sifi's Sonia Chopra. Katrina is wonderful, plays the sallow convincingly and looks ethereal despite the film's mixed critical reception. Its screenplay was added to the library of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences for its artist merit. For New York, Kaif's voice was dubbed over by voice artists in most of her films due to her lack of fluency in Hindi and other Indian languages. Although she appeared in a series of successful films, critics noted that she had a little to do in them as they were generally male-dominated. Her performances were also largely criticized about her series of glamorous roles. Kaif said that her first few films were really a process of learning. There was no target. New York and commercial success 2009-2014 after a string of films in which she was cast to add glamour. Kaif appeared in Kabir Khan's terrorism drama New York 2009 featuring John Abraham and Neil Nitin Mukesh in lead roles. The film tells the story of how three friends live are changed when the former is wrongly detained after 9/11. Kaif played Maya, a college student who later marries a terrorist. The actress said that she identified with Maya since she experienced similar isolation because of her skin color when she was growing up in London. Kaif also remarked that she was tired of arm candy roles and was looking for more substantial parts. New York did well at the box office and received favorable reviews. According to Subhas K. Jha, Kaif comes into her own as an actress of substance, from the carefree advertisement campus girl to the engaged wife. Katrina makes the journey look plausible all the way. A reviewer for the Times of India considered it to be the best performance of her entire career. New York brought Kaif her first Filmfare Award nomination for Best Actress. She then appeared in a cameo for India's first underwater thriller Blue. Kaif starred with Ranbir Kapoor in Rajkumar Santoshi's hit comedy Ajab Prem Ki Gajab Kahani 2009 as an orphan forced to marry a rich man. Taran Adarsh of Bollywood Hangama wrote Katrina Kaif continues to surprise. She scores in both emotional and light senses and called her chemistry with Kapoor electrifying. Her final film of the year was Priyadarshan's comedy De Danadan. In 2010, Kaif appeared in Prakash Jha's political thriller Rajniti as part of an ensemble cast which included Ranbir Kapoor, Ajay Devgan, Arjun Rampal, Nana Patekar, Manoj Bajpayee, and Sarah Thompson. The film took inspiration from the Mahabharata and Mario Puzo's 1969 novel The Godfather. Set in Bhopal, the film described a fiercely fought election campaign by two parties attempting to seize power with manipulation, corruption, and treachery. Although there was media speculation before the film's release that Kaif's character was based on Sonia Gandhi, the actress denied this in preparation for her role as Indu, a politician loosely based on Darupadi. She watched Priyanka Gandhi's election campaign videos to study the body language and interaction of politicians. The film studied the body language and interaction of politicians. The film received mainly positive reviews from critics. Rajiv Masand found Rajniti thrilling and gripping, though Namrata Joshi was more critical and expressed her disappointment. Over the film's depiction of women, Nikhat Kazmi considered Kaif's performance to be carefree and camera unconsciousness and wrote that she seems to slip into the high-powered shoes easily. The film was highly successful at the box office, receiving a total collection of rupees 1.4 billion, 20 million US. Kaif collaborated with Akshay Kumar for the sixth time in the slapstick comedy Tismar Khan 2010. For her role as an aspiring actress, Kaif appeared in a popular item number titled Sheila Ki Jawani. The song was choreographed by the film's director Farah Khan and for the belly dancing portion of the song, Kaif was trained by expert Veronica D'Souza. Sheila Ki Jawani was often compared to another item number released the same year, Munni Badnaam Hui from the Bar. Despite the song's popularity, Tismar Khan was panned by critics and underperformed at the box office. Kaif's portrayal was not well received. Renuka Rao of Daily News and Analysis said that her drama queen act is performed poorly, but noted that she does full justice to the item number. The following year, Kaif was paired with Hrithik Roshan in Zoya Akhtar's coming-of-age dramedy Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. The film narrates the story of three friends on a bachelor trip and how the workaholism of one was overcome with the help of Lalia Kaif. The film was critical and commercial success. Richard Kuipers of Variety commented that she is delightful as the sweet-natured girl who inspires everyone to look in the mirror and do something about it. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara was one of the most awarded films of the year and received numerous Best Film accolades. Kaif then featured in Yes Raj Films' romantic comedy Mere Brother Ki Dulan 2011 with Imran Khan and Ali Jafar. She was cast as Dimple Dixit, a talkative, unpredictable girl, a role she described as challenging as the character's personality contrasted with her own. While the film earned mixed reviews, Kaif was generally praised for her portrayal. The book mother, Madam Mistress, called Dimple one of the more interesting female characters of the year. Gaurav Malani of the Economic Times said the film was watchable because of Katrina's live wire energy, wherein she never goes overboard and keeps bustling with vivacity through the runtime. For this performance, Kaif received her second Filmfare nomination in the Best Actress category. In 2012, Kaif appeared in Chinki Chameli, an item number in Agnipath that incorporated dance steps from the Lavani genre, a Maharashtrian folk dance. The song was filmed over a 10-day period, and according to the actress, it was hard work. It was very fast, and it was not a style I was used to, but I took it as a challenge. Kaif appeared next in Kabir Khan's espionage thriller Ek Tha Tiger as a Pakistani ISI agent who falls in love with an Indian raw agent. Shubhra Gupta of the Time Indian Express wrote about her performance. Katrina is an able animated foil to Salman, her long legs making her leaps and kicks credible. The film received predominantly positive reviews, with Anuradha Ghua of Daily News and Analysis calling it smart and stylish, with worldwide earning of rupees 3.1 billion, 43 million US dollar. Ek Tha Tiger was the highest grossing Bollywood film of the year. That year, Kaif also appeared with Shah Rukh Khan and Anushka Sharma in Yash Chopra's swan song, The Romance Jab Tak Hai Jaan. About working with Chopra, she remarked that he undoubtedly is the king of romance, and I have always admired the way he presents his heroines. It was always a dream to work with him, and the reality is even better. She played Meera, a woman who promises God to end her affair with her comatose lover if he survives. Although the film received mostly positive reviews, Kaif's performance had a mixed reception. CNN-IBN wrote, Meera's role was a difficult one and Katrina fell short in emotional senses. It seems Katrina still doesn't feel very easy in front of the camera and has difficulty with complex expressions. Commercially, the film proved a box office hit with revenues of rupees 2.1 billion, 30 million US dollar worldwide.